just another competition to to get games for the whole team and build on what we've been working on all year. But then again, to compete to win a trophy, no one really knows what to expect. But going into it, I think we're all excited with an outcome that you can host a trophy at the end of it all.
Is there any difference in terms of preparation or anything than a normal MLS game, or are you guys treating this very similarly to how it would be for the regular season?
Yeah, very similarly. I think our prep all week has been the same. Kind of focus on ourselves. Do the hard work in the middle of the week and kind of get game prep for later in the week. But kind of just continue to build on ourselves, and then as we get closer to the match day is when we should really start to focus on our opponent.
I know you talked to Adam about this, but playing St. Louis, how does that kind of register for you personally, having grown up near there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a game that I want to win, and obviously I want to win every game, but this one probably a little more than others. So I'm just excited for the opportunity to play them, and kind of on an MLS stage or against our first team. And then, yeah, as I said, just kind of have bragging rights over everyone from St. Louis.
You played them in the MLS Next Pro final last year, right?
Yes.
That was it was. A lot of those guys played in that game, if I remember correctly. Do you look back at that at all for you personally? I know probably not for the whole team, but just kind of as a refresher, or is that game so long ago that it doesn't even make a difference?
No, I look back and kind of just the play style. I've caught a couple games this year of them, and kind of just the play style of how they play. Obviously, it's a completely different team, different head coach, but the system and everything is still the same for the most part. And I think the best comparison is probably New York Red Bull. Is kind of what to expect from last year, like playing them last year to playing Red Bull this year. So, I think they're going to come out high press and work their tails off and yeah, just kind of make it ugly, but find a way to score goals.
That was my question.
Maybe that's more. I'm curious from an overall perspective, when the back line has changed, the three center backs, has that changed anything for you, or kind of how you have to handle things, going from kind of a more traditional center back look to this group we've seen recently, and does it make any difference kind of what type of player is in front of you there?
Not a big difference, honestly, just more building the connection with everyone. Obviously Steven has different tendencies than Sean does, or Malte might have different tendencies than Philip. So just kind of understanding everyone's tendencies, but overall coach wants to play the same style no matter who's out there. And so having that general idea of it all, but then also picking up on each individual player and kind of coaching them through and helping them out the best you can. And I think that's the biggest difference.
Patrick, now that your keeper number one and Eloy is no longer here, going into a new tournament, what type of nerves do you have right now?
I wouldn't say nerves as much as excitement. Just obviously the opportunity to play and compete. Obviously the MLS is a long season, and the end goal obviously is to win the MLS Cup, and the Supporter Shield are the two trophies. So getting a month-long opportunity to go win a trophy is kind of the thing that's been on all of our minds. Is we have 1 month that we can, at the end of it, we can be hosting a trophy instead of 10-month-long season, and then you're hosting a trophy. So I think that's just not as much nerves, but excitement.
That said, isn't this a lot different than integrating within a regular season Open Cup games, and you can kind of compartmentalize this part of your season?
Yeah, I think it's different from Open Cup, just in a way that there's a big break. So obviously you want to make it out of your group so that you're not taking I think it's 3 weeks off between the last game and the MLS game. So I think it's different in the terms of you want to make it out of your group, and obviously coach always says we want to compete in every tournament, every game we play. But just the fact that, you know, it could be a 3-week long break of no games is, I think, adds a little bit more, not pressure, but hungriness in the group.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you, guys.